Guys, you're gonna miss this hot topic. This is a really good one. Turn signals.
Wow. Can I go with Joe?
That's fun. I have thoughts on this.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna dive into this.
And that's about the extent of how entertaining that was. No, don't go. Come on. Elliot, come back. Come on.
No, I'm going to drop this hot bomb on you. Lighthouses.
Elliot, I'm sorry.
I'll
And then
actually
clicks
go
their turn signal on.
Yeah, I'll fucking walk out. You can go fuck yourself.
He does have a point.
Guys,
All right. Well,
Wow.
wonderful.
thanks everybody.
That was called the turn signal tango.
It was also
Honestly,
inevitable.
that is a very quick turnaround for who did this?
Peter Pants.
Peter Pan.
What can't Peter Pants do?
I don't want Peter
Wow.
Pants in my life.
Peter
Peter
Pan.
Pan. You
Of course,
crushed
everyone's
it.
favorite fairy tale character,
Pants.
Peter Pants.
How that isn't
ever grew up.
Do you know why Peter Pants is just the best thing ever?
Yeah.
It's two
I
levels
have
of fun.
many assumptions of why it's the best thing
Well,
ever.
the first one is that it sounds like you're saying someone peed their pants.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
She
Oh
peed
my
her
gosh.
pants.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
And you're saying
Peter
Peter Pan
Pants.
wrong.
Right. It sounds like someone confidently saying
yeah.
Peter Pan's name wrong.
Yeah. Well, we love Captain
Peter
Hook
Pan.
and Peter Pants. We love Captain Hook and Peter Pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it so much. Those multi-layered jokes are that's my bread and
That's
butter.
your
I
bread.
love it.
Listen, that's very funny. Also,
Wait, explain where it's from just a little bit.
Last week's
'cause it's a very
podcast.
quick
Oh,
turnaround.
Yeah, I don't know the
Okay.
context.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Grace
so
needs to know.
I got pissed at Steve. First, it was a bit, and then I actually got annoyed. And
Okay.
which is how it happens sometimes. But when it was done, no one gave a crap to the point that I forgot about it until I re-remembered.
Which is usually what happens if we ever get actually angry at each other. We forget about it immediately.
Yeah, no one cares.
No one cares.
And it's so good. But
I
like,
mean, unless it's one of those ones that requires the hey, can we
Hey,
take
can
a
we
walk?
take a walk? Yeah.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, then
Hey,
that's
this was a
yeah.
misunderstanding.
Yeah, just wanted you to know. Yeah.
Sometimes I have to drink and
Yeah.
to solve it.
I am 100% medicated.
I have something for
pushing
any
it
ailment.
below any feeling surface.
When I'm not numb, I'm mad, and I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, so we've been spending a lot of time together, and it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
I
And
still think
I
we-
loved it. I had a
I've been
great
The cool
saying
time.
thing is, you got to record it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah, and I do feel bad that I snapped so genuinely.
You didn't genuinely snap.
I
He
did. I
was
told him to
torturing
F
you,
himself.
And you literally were like, I don't like you right now.
Yeah.
Please
Oh,
stop.
I
I
did
know,
say
but-
that.
I
did
know,
go,
but can I tell you
genuinely
something?
don't like
So
you.
you guys basically recreated like HR training videos for people that work
Yeah.
together.
What not
It's
to
like,
do.
stop poking each
Yeah.
other when someone politely
it was
asks you to
poking.
please
I
stop.
will have you know that anytime the turn signal sound was played, because Grace, the idea was
I
that
heard that there was a genuine disagreement and fight and
Well,
ill feelings
Elliot-
over turn signals.
yeah, because Elliot, we all were doing our topics, and then Joe was gonna run to get a lottery ticket because we were doing a live lottery ticket on
Okay.
the episode.
Sure.
And so Joe was like, Elliot, do your topic, and he ran off. And Elliot's like, okay, so turn signals, and then there's silence for a few seconds, and then I just go, can I go with Joe? 7-Eleven.
It was perfectly timed.
Yeah.
and
Is it
which
too
has
late to
led
go
to
with
the
Joe?
joke of me leaving, but
Right.
then that became a thing. Yeah, and then it kept
He,
going.
That became true.
he actually blew up at him.
In
Yeah.
all honesty, I would have loved to have heard what you were going to say about turn signals, because I have a lot to say about turn signals, and I
Oh,
think everyone here
well,
does,
it's
living in
also-
Los Angeles.
Yeah, I just don't prepare for the podcast sometimes.
I
And
know.
so during the
I know,
first
you
20
just-
minutes, I'm like,
I'm
Well,
on
also, we
podcast number
are
6
together.
today. I've already done 3 this morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We've already, I mean, it is one of those where we already have the conversations that we need to have with each other. So you're like,
Yeah.
I told you about that
Yeah.
thing that happened at Ralph's.
Oh, I am
Yeah.
so excited to talk about what my topic is.
Oh.
wait, before we get
Just-
into that.
I know, I'm not going to say it
Wait,
yet.
should
Wait.
you guys apologize to each other?
No,
Oh,
they don't
do you
need
want
to
an
know.
apology?
Do you want an apology?
No,
Oh,
God,
Grace,
no.
Grace,
no,
I,
I'm saying you to him. For being,
Oh,
There's
no, he would to
apologies
me.
Here.
I was just wanting
Oh, no,
them
he'll
to
do
feel like
me
there was
before
closure on
well,
this.
actually, Grace, I'll have
Okay,
you...
first of all, Grace,
I'll leave.
Stay in your
of all-
lane, Grace.
yeah, maybe
Stay in your lane.
Listen, I'll have you know, Grace.
I don't want to start like this, but
I
you
mean,
need to
it's
stop.
fine. Well, no,
Wow,
we're fine.
Wow,
Listen to me.
This is how a work dynamic happens.
I'll have you know
Yes.
that while we were in the midst of this turn signal debacle, I sincerely apologized like 3 or 4 times to him.
Aw.
I really did.
I was blackout angry at the time.
yeah,
so
but
I
he
don't
was too
remember
angry,
any
so
of it.
the apologies
Just bounced off.
bounce right off. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
assure you, I was like genuine. Like I really did.
Oh, no.
Genuinely apologize.
Yeah, we're good.
I just think for the sake of
But
the
Elliot
HR
hasn't
tape,
apologized to me. You're
Yeah,
right.
that's
So
Did I not? I think I did.
you have
Wanna-
the opportunity to right now.
I mean,
Well,
if I
we
don't,
can't have this happen again.
if I don't
Welcome to your
remember, if I
mediators.
don't remember, and you don't remember, the best thing to do would be
That's
to
the
just,
best walk of shame that happens.
Yeah.
I would.
That
I
didn't
did
happen.
use too harsh language at you, and I'm sorry that I did
what-
that.
This is
I
why
love you,
I've been
Elliot.
saying
But
this
I
since the
appreciate
beginning.
our
I
relationship.
retract asking for this.
I
I
know,
don't
it's
like
uncomfortable.
real
It's too
feelings.
sincere.
towards-
Honestly, dude, you're one of my favorite people, and I would never want to do anything to harm you. And
Can
I
I-
know you don't mean anything maliciously.
Absolutely
and-
not,
yeah.
dude. I have a mutual respect for
Dude.
you that you'll never fully understand,
Same here, man.
and I love you
Yeah.
so much.
I love you too.
And everything I throw at you is a reflection of myself, and I lead you into my life and let you into my life as an admission of my individuality.
I feel like I look
hate
up to you in
this.
ways that I can't fully describe because if I was
This
able
is
to,
why
then it
I
wouldn't
told
be
you, if
probably
we
Well,
had a
it's
multiple
safe
things.
masculinity, and
Time
people
of
don't
the-
talk about that side of the whole
Yeah.
masculinity problem, which is from the perspective of a man, how destructive masculinity is, especially when you realize how awful
Grace
it
is here.
Grace Helbig, everybody!
Oh my God! I stepped into Carrot Top's podcast. Jesus.
This here's got me feeling
Slinky's gonna-
horny. All right. Welcome, Grace, to the Valley Cast.
Thank you for
Welcome,
having
Grace, to the
me.
Valley Cast. We provided you with a Diet Wild Cherry Pepsi.
I know, God, you guys.
Which is
your
just-
budget spares no expense.
I know.
Sweet
Usually
God.
it's Diet Cherry, but we got enough money for the wild.
Not
Thank
Coke
you.
though, still Pepsi.
No, it's not
God, no.
Pepsi.
No.
I mean, you saw
can-
those Super Bowl commercials. Who would go Coke after that?
Who could afford
Steve
Coke?
Carell.
Oh, right?
It's Steve Carell.
The pudding, yeah, that's a whole.
That is
that's a
Mr.
separate
Steve
conversation.
Carell.
We Joe and I just did Grace's podcast.
Yeah.
Brag alert.
Oh, and then Lee and I are about
yesterday.
to hop in too this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yes.
Or is it this week or next week?
It's next week.
Next
It's
week, I
next
think.
week.
You're gonna
yeah,
get real
Wednesday
sick
then.
of us, Gracie.
Well, you guys have all been on it individually, and Joe was
Yeah,
the
that's true.
last one that hadn't ever been on it.
Really?
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And it was truly the first time that Joe and I had an actual more than 30 seconds drive-by hello
Yeah.
at VidCon conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about him?
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice
guy. Really
He
is.
turns
He's a
out.
nice
He's
guy.
got
Genuinely
like
layers
him.
and he's sweet. And
He's the real
funny.
deal.
And I met his child. I felt like it was the weirdest blind date of all time.
Yeah, it is. Huh? Because you know
And
a
by
little
the
bit
way-
about them, and you're like, so octonauts, huh?
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, I just read this in your
What
profile
is-
that you're really a big fan of Chuggington.
What is he into? What is the thing? that he's-
Chuggington is one.
Puppy
and then
Patrol.
Transformers,
Puppy
Paw
Patrol.
Patrol.
Oh,
Paw
Paw
Patrol.
Patrol.
Guys, and then he's RoboCar Police is a really big one because he sings
whenever he
"Ready,
says
set,
it,
have you met?
it's the fucking most bonkers thing I've ever heard a child
Yeah.
say. What's the what you?
RoboCar
What?
Police.
Wait, what are you? Robocopoly.
RoboCar Police.
Like Robocopoly?
It's
That's what
RoboCar Police, so it's like police. A
But it
breed.
isn't even like
But it's-
police.
No,
it's like
it's
teaching
Robocopoly.
children the most absurd word possible
Look,
in
I'm gonna be
conjunction
honest,
with
Steve.
police.
Until you watch an episode of RoboCar Police in which Amber, the
Robocar
ambulance,
Police.
Are you worried that the
And-
kid's gonna be in a situation where he has to be like, we gotta call the police?
We gotta call the Robocar Police.
Yeah.
I think-
if something happens
Yeah.
to Joe and he has to
Yeah.
call 911,
Yeah.
they're not going to understand what
No.
he's saying.
no,
Yeah.
Please send the police.
send the police.
I
Send
think
the
they'll get it.
police. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, welcome to the Valley
Oh,
Cast. Welcome,
wow.
Grace, to the Valley
Thank you
Cast.
for having me.
And very excited to have you here. And
Oh yeah, that was what I was getting at. At the end of it, Grace was like, "Can I come on the Valley Cast?" I was like, "Yeah, you want to do it tomorrow?" And then that's why.
Oh, that's
so thank
so
you for being
wonderful.
here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Drive by,
it's a drive-by.
real fast.
It's a drive-by.
Yep.
You're in the
Fly by the seat of our
you're in
pants.
the beautiful room of cast. So
Thank you.
Yeah, this is, and by the way, not to drudge up old things,
Yeah.
but this is the room where the disgusting milk was
yeah,
discovered.
this is. I
This
just want
the
to say
room
it. I was
that
gonna
we're
try and
in.
make Steve
Yeah,
say it.
no, I
You're
feel
looking
really
right
bad
there.
about it.
Oh, you shouldn't feel bad about it because it's very funny to us. We
Oh, no,
like it.
yeah.
We have a very good time. We couldn't find it forever, and so we legitimately forgot about it until 3 days ago when Steve walks in here and he goes, "Guys, who puked in the podcast?"
No,
room?"
I
And
was
we were
like,
Dead
it
animal.
smelled like there was a dead
dead
animal.
animal. And we were
Yeah.
like, also because we were positive for a second that it was a dead animal because that
Oh,
tracks.
Can
Yeah.
I just say something really quick about it, and then if anybody, if we shouldn't just keep, I don't want to keep talking about this because
Please,
it's just
for
such a
the love of
boring
God.
thing
I
at
didn't
this
wanna
point.
say
But I
anything.
do want to say that
Cute, though.
I love that this happened to us
Yeah.
because I'm so jealous of places that get to have things like this happen to them with like colleagues and friends, and we never got like pranked by anybody.
Really?
Pranks weren't
And
allowed.
I never got pranked by anybody really, and I just like
Also,
I love a
never-
good prank.
Well, see, I never prank anyone. I don't know what it was about you guys collectively
That's
as a
very
group.
sweet, Grace.
Yeah,
That's so
and
Because it's so perfect.
you guys are fun.
You nailed
and
it.
it's stupid.
I'm not kidding though. This milk thing will continue going because I delivered
know.
you milk at 1 a.m. They were supposed to deliver you
there
milk
was a
at 1
full saga
a.m.
for Elliot's birthday of milk
Yeah.
getting delivered in
Yeah.
Palm Springs.
Yeah.
It was 1
And
a.m.
it
Very
was,
sweet.
when I went down to the front desk to get it, the woman was like, whispered to the other woman, "Oh, it's the thing in the refrigerator." And I
you were
still at
just
this
like-
point didn't know what it was. I was like, did they get him like a cake or something?
Yeah, we got him a
I don't know. And then she came out, she's like, "It's really heavy. Can you carry it by yourself?" And I was like, "I don't know. You'll have to show me what this is." And she just like hoisted it up on the front desk, and I just started laughing. She's like, "Does this mean something to you?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's just like it's too much, but I get it's harmless."
It's the milk killer. He's coming for me.
He found me. I thought with the name change, I was done.
My
But
phaser
foolish
number,
me.
He's obsessed with me.
Yeah,
God.
just tell
It
him
was
on the first floor, not the second.
Such a journey too, because I was like sending it, and I like kept calling the hotel
Yeah.
line was down forever and ever and ever. So then by the time I called it, this kid Maverick was the guy at the front desk, and I was like, of
Mav.
course it is. So then I had to continuously check on if it was there or not, and I would literally just pick it up and I'd be like, "Yo, Maverick, it's Goose. Is the milk there yet?"
That's good.
But this kid was so good about it, and he'd just be like, he like called me back at my number, which is a good hotel guy. That he called me back at my number at 12:30, and he goes, he's like, "Hey Goose, this is a lot of milk." I was like, yes,
Yeah.
it is. I was like, "Are there 5?" And he's like, "There are 5 milks here." And he's like, "Oh no,
But it was
only 2 of them are 2%. I was like, "We're fine."
Oh, but the funniest thing is, in this whole like disorganization to try and get it from the front desk, we finally got a call that there was something for Elliot at the front desk, and then I was like, "Hooray! We're getting to the end of this. I want to find out what this is." And then literally they just delivered like a bathing suit that Elliot had left at his friend's house the night before.
Like I was 11 years old.
And
That's
then
so
I
funny.
had to call back down and
In
be
the
like,
1920s. Your bathing suit has just arrived by carrier.
Thank you,
master.
Arthur.
and then I had to call back down and be like, "Thank you so much for sending that up. It's not the thing that I was asking about before. I'm sorry to be those guests
I'm sorry,
right
there's
now."
still more
Imagine
for
that-
And I
us.
can't
Ah,
even
yes,
tell you what
there's-
it is because I don't know. So if there's another thing down there,
That's so
I love
funny.
that like they're like, "Who the fuck are these people with a bathing suit and
Yeah.
milk delivered to
Yeah.
them?"
and then we left the milks in the room, and I felt so bad when we left.
They'll be fine.
I really do hope.
Well, no, Grace hid them everywhere.
Oh,
They're
no,
never
no.
gonna
I
find
hid
them.
one, and then I forgot about that game.
At one point, Grace goes to get ice, and without saying anything, she just grabs a gallon of milk, and I was like, "All right." And then I forgot until like 20 minutes later. I was like, "Oh, wasn't there a gallon of milk?" And she's like, "Yeah, I took it, and I went down the hall, and I left it in front of the door. That's 2 doors down."
Someone's gonna get a nice present of
Oh
milk.
my god,
And
that's
she's like, "My
so
plan
good.
over the next couple days is to disperse all of these milks
Then I just
different
forgot
doors on the hall."
You're like the milk vigilante.
Because it's harmless.
It is
Ish,
harmless.
ish,
It's
ish,
harmless.
until
It's
they're not
harmless.
found.
I want this to end with
Yeah.
someone getting a cow.
I want
Okay.
this to end
Okay.
You want
with
to escalate.
milk murder.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Milk
well,
murderer.
obviously
He's in
milk
a-
murderer.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it's just a bathtub of milk and he's dead in there.
That's
my
what.
goodness.
My goodness.
No, a cow would be good actually. A really nice cow. I mean,
yeah,
I just feel
it's-
bad because Grace is lactose intolerant, so
Yeah.
it's just a wasted amount of
irony.
milk.
Well,
Milk.
hopefully all of those
Is it a-
potentially not lactose intolerant housekeepers got the
Yeah,
get the
Is
free
it-
we
milk.
got the milk.
Is it potentially just like a comment, like a commentary on like how you feel about?
It's my
dairy?
projection. Yes,
Is it-
my
is it your
projection
projection?
that I
Ew.
can't control this in my body. So
Yeah.
why, God, why?
So you gift
Yeah.
milk to people and you hide them.
Now hear me out,
It's a-
Diane.
it's
Have
a
you tried
psychological thing.
lactate?
She can't control it.
And
and it's great. Yeah, ish.
Yeah, I know. Look,
all
we've
right.
all eaten cheese over a sink. Okay, I get it. I know how to live that
We've
life.
eaten cheese
Why
in
would
the
you eat it
darkness of
over
our
a
own
sink?
home.
Because then you can clean up the it's
Your
shredded.
belly
It's easier
button's
to
the
clean
sink.
Yeah, your belly button's God's sink.
It's easier to clean up that way. Then you just rinse it down.
Belly button is God's sink.
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever.
Oh, that's so gross. But like actually kind of true.
Yeah, I love
Belly
it.
button is God's sink.
Still works. That's a
Who,
bumper
who
sticker.
wants
I
to
was just
jump
gonna
in on a
say,
topic?
I could jump in.
Okay, get in
Okay.
there. Get in there.
Oh no.
Have fun.
I showed you guys it a little bit, but I only showed it because I it was one of those moments where I was like cry laughing. I found this Instagram, and the Instagram guy is called Pants, and he's an amazing artist.
Whoa, really bring it back to pants.
No, it really is. I thought about that too. I was like, oh my god. Josh McCouch,
Is it
I think,
Universe,
or
like?
McCouch is
Yeah.
what his name is. I just found it. It's so good. It's like Far Side meets Shel
PJ Gert.
Silverstein
It's
meets PJ Gert.
It's PJ
It's
Gert
so
and-
insane. It's really hard to do visually, but it's one of those things where it's a cartoon, and I was like alone at my home, scrolling through these
On your
like
phone.
comics on my phone, and I'm like, cry laughing out loud at these comics, like just like, oh my god, to the point where my neighbor texts me and she's like, are you okay? Because
Yeah.
I think she thought I was like crying and also like loudly, like I think she thought I was,
And
like,
also, like, I was. Anyway, so back to this account.
like just like cry laughing. And she just literally goes, she's like, hey, I hope everything's okay. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Oh, I was like, no, I'm literally looking at an insane comic. And I was like, that all this sounds so
Did you
weird.
send it to her?
Yeah, I did. I was like, I'm
that's
looking
good.
at this.
Like
Here's
it's
the
proof.
receipts.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
you'll
just to be
understand.
like, here
Yeah.
you go. But I was like, no, I'm looking at this insane, like, amazing thing, and it's making me laugh. And she was like, oh my god, we just started looking at. And then I heard her laughing, which tells you a lot about my apartment.
I was like, the sound.
It's a 1930s apartment. It's cute, but crown molding, but bad floors.
It's right there.
But it literally was one of those things, and it made me so happy about the internet for like, I don't know, I kind of get mixed up in this weird like Facebook world where you just go, oh, everything's awful,
Yeah.
and then you look at other things and they go like, oh, everything's awful, and then you watch documentaries and you're like, oh, everything's awful, and then this
Name
was one
one.
of those things. Okay, hear me out.
Name one
Won't you
recent
be my
popular
neighbor?
documentary.
It's a nightmare. But
Oh, we're not going
one?
there.
I know. I
We're
don't
not
wanna-
going
no,
there.
of course
We're gonna
not.
probably watch it tonight.
Yeah, you have to.
Which-
I
Leaving Neverland.
Oh yeah, I know.
I already have a lot of opinions,
So just
and
don't
I just
go there.
can't.
I'm
I
talking
can't.
I'm sorry.
about-
I derailed. Sorry.
Well, you just no, it was like it was one of those times. So I was gonna ask everyone here, like, what's one of those times on the internet where you go like, oh,
Things are good.
I love you, internet, like, because this is one of those people that I don't know for sure. Like, he's an amazing artist. He's so funny. He's got such a insane specific like point of view that I don't think he would do crazy well in the real world. I think he'd be like toned down a little bit. I think he'd be
Who
one
knows?
of those. Who knows? It's one of those who knows, but I think he's so odd that it's definitely one of those things where you go like, oh, this is the internet. This is the internet in all of its beautiful glory, doing what it should do. I'm going to show Grace one of them.
Oh,
so
I
can
know.
cry,
I'll show you.
Laughing a little bit.
Just a time we're thankful for the internet or
yeah, I
something.
mean, like if something that came up recently, that's one of his.
Yeah,
just
let me show you
little
this. And we'll
things.
add the we'll send some.
We can
for the
send some
video
footage.
version.
Right? Like why?
It's so stupid. It's so silly. It's just silly.
so stupid and
Well,
silly.
my go-to, and I've showed Elliot this, is Tyler Oakley has like the best Tumblr of all time. He still is actively
Still doing
Tumblring.
Tumblr?
Yeah, and he curates this like really, I don't know how he does. It's a mix of like his own promotional stuff
Is
for
he
his
like
own
the
videos,
Perez Hilton of Tumblr?
but less
It's
shitty.
so funny.
But not as
Um,
shady. Yeah.
It's really funny.
And it's really, really funny. And if I'm either like wildly hungover or it's just morning time, I will look at his Tumblr like first thing and go through.
Oh,
And
that's
it's how
nice.
I found that video of the girl that's doing the. Is that what you pulled up just now? The volcano experiment?
Oh, please!
Yeah.
I need it. Let me see it.
Okay,
Let me
so
see
this
it.
is when the internet's good. They took this video of this girl did like a 6-minute version. You can watch the unedited one. And I was first introduced to this by just the epic cinematic moment that happened for 1 minute in this. But you might want to fast forward a little bit.
I'll fast forward a little, and we're gonna send this to people so they'll at least get
So
the
you can
audio.
actually get the
wow,
audio.
I'm so
But
excited.
the audio is worth it too. So
It's-
stay in here. Here we go.
Just stay here with everyone. We're showing videos on a
Okay.
podcast.
We're here. We're here. We're with you.
The audio's enough.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love her already.
So you gotta look here.
She's doing a little tiny like science volcano with baking soda and vinegar and making it explode. And just like
classic.
doing a tutorial on it.
It does.
She's
She's
upset
being
with
critical
her.
on herself. It's
Yeah.
okay, little girl. You're doing great. It's just baking soda and vinegar. Oh, I love her. I already love her. Oh, Grace
It's
is
the best.
we've lost Grace
It's
already.
very good.
We 100% lost Grace.
It's the weight
It is the wait. It's the anticipation.
Now for the vinegar. And now for the vinegar. For the vinegar. Is she alone?
It burns!
She turns into like a 70-year-old Jewish man. My eyes!
It burns! It burns!
she's presumably fine. So that's what I keep in mind.
I mean, she had vinegar.
I actually have an update here. She passed away shortly after the video.
No, it was vinegar poisoning. It
Sorry,
was
but
awful.
back to the laughter.
Doctors say you can't have vinegar in the eye.
I will forever say God bless the people that upload, that still
Oh,
upload.
yeah.
So
I think
good.
the still upload is one of the most beautiful things that you're like, I know you tried to do a dance move, you fell and you broke your floor.
yeah.
Thank you for still uploading this.
Yeah, they uploaded the full unedited version
God,
too
I
of her. Like it's
Is
5
it
minutes
6?
before that.
Really?
Of her
No one needs
setting
that.
it all up, and
I think
her,
I'm really loud.
and she talks about how it was her brother's like science channel, but she's talking about like it's my brother's science channel, but I'm doing an experiment on it, so like
Too much baking soda. It's too much.
Do I feel crazy loud to you guys? Oh,
No. You're
did you
okay.
adjust me for the
I did adjust you for that
it's back to
particular
normal.
moment.
Test,
There you go.
and
It
we
is
are back.
definitely
All right, cool.
one of those that
That's
like
nice.
I do love the internet
Thank
for
you.
those reasons.
course.
Like
Yeah.
for example, the goth kids under the bridge dancing
Oh.
to Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas.
Yeah.
Like things like that. That you're like,
There's
thank
a whole
God the
genre.
internet exists.
yeah,
Oh, I
Because
missed
there's
that
so
one.
much joy.
just dogs falling is a really great like dog fails.
Love
fails are
dogs
so
slipping
good.
and falling
Dog
is the
slow-mo
funniest shit.
compilations are really great.
I was
Boat
really
fails? Is that
into-
one that we
What?
watched? Boat fails.
Oh yeah, men falling off of boats.
Oh, those are
yeah.
great. Those are very
It's just
good.
very humbling because they're so proud of their boats sometimes.
I follow this Instagram account called Kids Getting Hurt.
Yeah.
And it's just the
Steven.
greatest.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
It's great.
drunk
It is
people
really
doing
good.
Drunk people doing things. There's a New
Yeah.
York one. There's like people in the
Oh,
streets of
really?
New York or something.
There was one drunk people doing things that was clearly in like a Macy's, and it was just these two kids. I sent you the video where they're so shit faced, and they literally just attack these two mannequins.
Oh shit!
It's like
Can't wait.
you really can't tell if they thought they were humans or they were doing a bit for
Oh
the
my
camera.
God, I love it. I watched one recently and it was this woman and she was on her phone, but the phone was backwards and she was like, Cheryl, Cheryl, Cheryl. I was losing my mind. It was like, Cheryl, Cheryl. And you can like see the screen. Cheryl, Cheryl.
That's so funny.
So good. It's so good.
It's so pure.
It really, that's what it is. It's that
Yeah.
pure thing that you're like, oh, no one should have seen this, but God, if we don't all love it.
It's so good.
I love it so much. It really is. It's thank you very much for letting me peek into your fails.
Mm-hmm.
I was really into dogs like with screen doors. I would look
Oh,
up
yeah.
those videos.
Yeah, those are great.
Those are because
Sliding
not
glass
only just
or-
running into him, which is you know,
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, oh puppy, but sometimes like my favorite is when they're just like, it's like
Mhm.
just like tongue.
What do I do now?
Yeah, those are great.
Favorite. There's like one video of this dog where the kid is inside and the kid's feeding his dog goldfish, like his fake puppy dog goldfish, and the dog's outside just like looking at him like, fuck you, kid. So good.
Thank you,
Fuck
kid.
you, kid. Get out of there.
I like the cool 3D world. You guys ever seen that one?
No.
It's very strange. And then there's another one that's like TikToks. It's like cringy TikTok compilations.
I can only
I
do
can't
so
do
much.
that.
Oh,
I
I
can't do
love
that.
them so much.
Yeah, that
You-
takes me the other direction.
I mean, it really does too,
Oh,
but
I
it's
can't.
like
it hurts my bones.
I've transcended to a level of comedy where like this doesn't even make me laugh anymore. Give me the good stuff.
That's what you are.
Give me that cringe.
You need the cringe. You need it so badly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make everyone in the comments down below put their favorite weird like thing on the internet that they go,
I think
oh,
that's
thank
great.
God.
That's a good
That's
idea.
wonderful.
Because it's a good. It really is. There's
Yeah.
so many things that I haven't seen that like I need to be shown.
There's also those compilations of like oddly satisfying.
Yes.
We were
And
just
that's
talking
great.
about.
I don't like ASMR, but those are very calming.
I love an ASMR, but I will also watch a 45-minute glass blowing video.
I'll tell you what
without
I'm telling you.
hesitation.
I am telling you guys, nightly in the Zaragoza abode, there is a playlist of like 30-minute to hour-long each, like
Yeah.
compilation videos.
You have the
So
best
satisfying.
compilations of oddly satisfying
Dude,
videos.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
I think maybe of anyone.
It's like an event. We all
Yeah.
just get various levels of inebriated, and we just watch these like process
I do like
videos.
The sand
Great.
cutting. I like
Sand
that a lot.
cutting is
yeah,
amazing.
That's a
and just
really-
knowing that they go correctly as they're supposed to go, because there's like people slicing
Yeah.
apples like so thin, which could be a fail video.
Yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
knowing that it's in
So
this oddly
nice.
satisfying list,
I
you're
will
like, no,
say-
this is gonna end up great.
I do it a lot with like makeup tutorials, usually ones that where the people don't talk. Because I can't. I'm just like, I can't. Just like, nervous and I get
Get to the good stuff. Get to the instructions.
it's too much. But I do
You had a
one
busy-
thing
you
that
have a
makes
busy
me
day ahead of you.
angry, and I wish
You
I
don't
could
have
almost
time.
create a separate profile on YouTube if I ever wanted to just be like, this sucks. Like
This
these ones
sucks.
where like, well, they'll do a full makeup tutorial, and then at the end you're like, you look like trash.
Yeah.
You're trash.
That's
This
good.
is
This
trash.
sucks.
You look bad. This sucks.
I like
a bad
the.
smoky eye.
Have you guys seen the videos that are like people eating like ice?
No.
That are like, like
A
they're-
block of ice?
yeah, it's like a block of ice, but like with like liquid inside,
No,
and they like
I
it's
hate
it's
that
like
already.
chomp
it's
it?
like ASMR. They like crunch down onto the ice, and then the liquid comes out, and they like drink the liquid, and then they
This
do
sounds
these.
awful.
They
I
do
can't-
ones
oh,
where it's
I'm-
like.
oh.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Sorry,
There's
I
ones where
can't.
there's like hearts. It's like little hearts that
Made of ice?
made of ice that they made in like a mold with like juice in it or something.
It's supposed to look like blood?
No, it's like I think it's just it's just like a really strange ASMR. It's like ASMR has now already evolved
Right.
past.
Yeah.
Also, are they showing off like how they make this
No,
situation?
well, I think sometimes, but most of the videos are essentially like, here's a completely a keyboard made out of ice, or here's like a teddy bear made out of ice,
Let me bite it.
and they just crunch
Oh,
down
no,
onto it.
It must be
no.
kind of
It
melted
hurts
from
me.
the
Yeah,
inside
hurt you?
at that point. It's
My
like
teeth?
soft enough
Well, and
or
then
fragile enough.
and then there's the ones that have like the liquid inside that like the liquid explodes and they like suck it
Like a
in and they're
weird
crunchy.
gusher?
That
Yeah.
I would for sure watch that.
I will show you. I will show you.
Good luck to you.
I cannot.
Yeah, yeah.
I will.
That I want.
Grace and I will be watching a glass blown dragon.
One of the greatest videos one of the greatest videos on the internet though, I will say, is of this old man. It's a clip from California's Gold, the old
Yes.
Huell Hauser show.
Oh, I know. I love Huell Hauser.
May he rest in
May
peace.
he rest.
But he there's a clip from the beginning of California's Gold, his show. Which did you even know about his show?
It was on
We never
PBS.
talk about Huell Hauser.
I don't know.
I don't know
We
who it
never
is.
Yeah.
talk about Huell Hauser. He was a national
This is a
treasure.
whole
This is a
thing.
whole thing.
We're gonna
I
cut
mean,
this
we're gonna
episode
get
short.
into it.
Thanks everybody.
Can this be
for-
your topic, Huell
No,
Hauser?
I
I'm
have so
kidding.
many
I
more
know.
important things to
I have
say.
to blow through. Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
Huell
'Cause I have a
Hauser-
topic for-
Huell Hauser was the LeVar Burton of his time.
The LeVar Burton for
okay.
travel.
For travel.
Oh, cool.
for,
Travel
like,
show.
I would probably know him if I
It'd
saw
be like
him.
a
but
P-
But he's like this. He talks like this. Oh wow, this is amazing.
Welcome
Yeah,
to
that
Huell
sounds
Like
familiar.
if someone would be like, well, right around the corner, the best blackberry pie this town
Dude.
has seen, and you
Oh.
would watch, and it
Yeah,
also
nice.
What's the name of his
very
show?
uneventful.
California's Gold.
Yes.
California's.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, there was an episode. This motherfucker, Huell Hauser, he can make anything interesting. He
Yes.
basically would go, I swear to God to you guys, there's an episode where he's like, wow, we're here at old Gil's Pebble Farm, and we're going to take a look at what he's got going on over here. And then he goes to, like, the guy, and he's like, hey, Gil, now what the heck's a Pebble Farm? And then he, like, puts the mic to him, and he goes, well, Pebble Farm's where we collect pebbles, and people have all pebbles of various sizes. We got sand, we've got rocks, but anyone can come on in. We got some pebbles shaped like dinosaurs, and Huell Hauser would be like, "Wow, that's amazing! Can we come in and see them?" Like he'd just be like this.
Steve, I think we found a new character for you.
Oh, a Huell
like
Hauser.
a Herb Herbal
Oh,
or something.
yeah.
Like, literally, it's just, we
Wow.
go to the quite possibly the most boring succulent farm of
Yeah,
all
yeah.
time, and you're just transfixed.
We've got 700 different types of succulents here.
Succulents.
Go through
This is
all of them.
amazing. Let's go see him. But he like really was.
really
Sounds
would.
genuinely curious.
Yeah, but anyway,
Wow.
there was
Yes.
there was a clip of his California's Gold where he visited this guy that has this like Nickelodeon machine. It's like a 1920s
Yes.
like
Delman wants one so bad.
It's like
Delman
a-
tells
what
me
is
almost
it?
every month. It's like a
it's like a big wooden piano
Yes.
contraption that has like full band instruments built into
Oh,
it.
cool.
So basically-
Is that what a Nickelodeon
That's
is?
what a Nickelodeon,
Nickelodeon
is.
That's
yeah.
how the
So-
network got the name?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically,
Whoa.
it's like a
Whoa,
player
yeah.
piano
This is
that you
cool.
put a scroll in, but it only with the air pumps and compression. Wow, this you didn't know you wanted to know this. The air pumps and compression.
I do.
I only know this because we have a player piano. It's not that big of a deal. But literally, the air pumps and compression plays the entire band. That's like, and it's just like,
Yeah, and there's just
That's
these
cool.
sheets of paper
Insane.
with like little holes in it.
The holes
and
go
the-
over the air pumps.
and the air pumps
push down.
cover the holes for the instrument
beautiful.
sounds.
Wow.
But there's like
Nickelodeon really did not ever.
No.
Explain that.
Explain it. Mention
yeah.
it.
I thought it was some sort of orange slime.
Me
That's what
too.
Nickelodeon was actually
Yeah.
called.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, this piano machine contraption, it just has this old man going, like Huel's like, here's my friend Robert here with the Nickelodeon machine. Go ahead. And then he just like starts playing this insane song. Like, in fact,
you
I can
can play it,
I'll just
too.
play it for you guys
You
right
need
now.
to. You
It's
need to.
insane. It's just this piano and this guy's like pulling
It's
levers and like
stuff
Whoa.
that,
and it's like woo 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 honk honk. And it's like all these
I don't know
like
that we need the video. This is-
I mean yeah, you got to
Do they make these present day?
Yeah, I mean they
no, I don't think they do.
There is like a really small. I actually kind of looked into this because I
Did
kind
you
of
get into that subculture?
Yeah, I wrote one really bad. I even looked into these things called busker machines,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like those things that you see in the movies where like there's a leather strap on like a box with like a crank on it.
Yeah.
And it just plays like carnival music out of it. Like I got real obsessed with getting something
My
like
best
that.
friend in middle school, her dad was really into like weird vaudevillian things. Their dog was named Busker.
Oh, that's such a good name for a dog.
Yeah. Sorry, do you want to steal it? You can take it.
You're already
Feel
kind
better.
of making one. For
I'm
yourself.
telling you, I've surrounded myself with things that are included in
Makes
it.
sense. Like, I'll honestly cut to, I don't know, like what, 3 months before his funeral that we do our snacks at. And like, Steve's going to be Howard Hughes lined urine on the walls with his fucking busker machines. Like, honk, honk, wink, 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 wink.
I'm just gonna come up to him and be like, Lee, I think you should maybe start stocking up on
Honk,
Nature
honk.
Valley
Oh,
granola
I have
bars.
them already.
Wait, guys, listen.
Hit it, Joe.
We need to show them this madness.
Whoa. I mean, look at this fucking rock star.
That's a pussy crusher right there.
Dude, your impression was perfect.
Right?
But can you? Oh man, this is so impressive. But I kind of want it overdubbed with like recorder noises,
Yeah. Completely offbeat.
like the Jurassic Park theme.
Yeah. They're like,
Titanic.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But look at him go.
He's really doing it. He knows how this machine works. They're one, him and this machine.
Oh.
This is just a video of me from the future, guys.
This is what I'm saying.
This is all I want.
I know.
And look at how big the fucking thing is. It's all the way
That's
over
all
here.
part of it. Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, these are all the drums and fucking.
This is so funny.
You see, the player piano's hooked up to the scroll.
So he's not
but
playing
then
the
he's,
piano.
Yeah.
No,
No,
he's doing the
just
levers.
making all those
The
background
most
sounds.
impressive part is, I think, would be the piano, though, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
There's
sort of
this-
just building on the piano.
He's building
that
on the
is
piano.
a part of
yes.
the machine.
And again, the piano is really like, we've been trying to buy really weird, like, it's very
Scrolls.
hard scrolls because we have like old ones, you know, like, and we have hundreds of them.
I remember I was looking into player pianos and I was hitting up Delman about like advice about it or whatever, and he was like, "We've got a lot of scrolls.
We
if
have
you
so
want any
many
scroll, we
scrolls.
got
Nick, you,
boxes."
guys
of
might- you have more scrolls than you'll ever go through.
Right.
We went through them one day. We like went crazy through them, and it was literally like button up your overcoat.
Oh, yeah.
Like we were totally like inebriated, just like hanging out. It was like clack, 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 clack. We're like, that one's a good one. Put that back in the box.
We're keeping that one.
But we looked for like, it's really hard to find new ones because everyone's like, do you have like Westworld ones? We're like, no one makes them anymore.
Oh yeah.
And so we looked up
you
one
don't have
like,
any like Nicki Minaj or
no,
anything?
I wanted Black Hole Sun really bad.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you,
Play it
there's
like over
someone to come
Christmas.
over to,
Everyone's like, yeah.
Okay, let's do some reads really quick,
Let's
and
do
then
that.
we'll and then we can continue through, shall we?
I'll dive
I
right
love
in.
that.
Is
All
that
right,
sound
let
good?
me play some music for you.
Oh,
Elliot.
please
Thanks,
do.
Steve.
Can you do that same Nickelodeon?
Where is it? Oh, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ad read portion of our show. This is one of our favorite parts because it allows us to make,
You got this.
make money. This first one comes at you from one of my favorite services in the world, a company I'm closely tied to, Postmates, everybody. It's all very exciting.
You guys get sponsored by Postmates? Jesus.
Isn't that cool?
I
know,
literally was just
I
letting
freaked out.
Postmates into my apartment because Alana just ordered food
Oh
on
my god,
Postmates.
it was.
I
This
bought-
is so
Literally what had just happened.
I just got the unlimited Postmates delivery because I was like, I have
You have to.
do this because
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense to not. Anyway, guys, question: other than your best friends, who could you ask to bring you red wine at 4 p.m., sushi at 9 p.m., and a breakfast burrito at 8 a.m.?
Strangers.
Postmates,
Yeah.
everybody. We're talking about strangers in cars with food that you want. Postmates is your personal food delivery, grocery delivery, whatever you can think of delivery service all year round. No more trips to the store. You don't even have to know where the store is. Postmates will
So
deliver
true.
anything to you. That's very true. You never really think about that. I don't know where any of these places are that I'm ordering food from.
The
Download
future
app.
is doomed.
The future is. But before it's totally doomed, you can download the app for iOS or Android for free. Browse local restaurants and businesses and track your delivery, which is always very fun.
It is really fun.
It's very exciting when you see them turn in your neighborhood. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Anything you're craving. For a limited time, Postmates is giving listeners of the Valley Cast $100 of free
Whoa,
delivery
yeah.
for your first 7 days.
This is
Yeah.
true. I need to,
Yes.
I
That's
need
nuts.
to
How did
say-
you guys get this deal?
I know. When it came through, I was like,
Is that a misprint?
No,
Yeah.
what?
$100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. So get delivering.
Yeah,
Oh,
get
don't leave your
delivered.
house.
So,
Hunker
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Hunker
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, basically become a recluse for a
Get
week.
delivering.
To start your free deliveries, download the app right now and use the code ValleyCast. That's code ValleyCast for $100 of free delivery credit for
Get
your first 7
delivering.
days when you download the Postmates app. Get anything you need, anytime you need to download Postmates, and save with the code ValleyCast.
That's
And I'm going to be honest, it happens and it's really beautiful because sometimes you're like, I don't want that one.
Yes.
I want this Chinese food
Oh, it's
place
perfect.
and get that free delivery on it.
Oh, it's
and
wonderful.
it's a dream.
Oh, yeah.
It is a pure dream.
Oh.
I recently Postmated Elliot Morgan milk.
Yes, you did. Oh, yeah. Full circle.
Is that a brand, Elliot Morgan milk?
Oh, Elliot Morgan milk.
More-
All right, excuse me. Let me start this. Let me start this track over here so I can talk
wow,
about this
is
next
beautiful.
sponsor,
Is this Michael
please.
McDonald?
We're gonna do it today.
Wow, that's cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Stitch Fix?
Oh, it's one of our favorites.
That's right, guys. We love our Stitch Fix.
Wow.
Elliot, you've gotten Stitch Fix before.
And he looks
I love
so
it.
handsome in it.
What was one of your favorite items?
All my pants and most of my shirts.
Yeah.
I got a jacket.
Oh, you did. You got that.
have a
you got
jacket,
that
too.
beautiful
My
green
jacket's really
jacket that
What
I
is this?
wear that more.
Well, I'll tell you what
Sorry,
it is.
as an uninformed listener,
Sorry.
what is this company you
my
speak
God.
so
I'm
highly
sorry.
of?
I'm
for
just
asking, guys.
I'm just excited about all the stuff we've gotten from them. Forgive me. Stitch Fix is just an online personal styling service that finds and delivers clothes, shoes, and accessories to fit your body, budget, and lifestyle.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that sounds enticing.
What else do you know about this service?
Let me tell you after this dance break.
Better be in your car dancing. Ooh, look at that bass line.
Yeah, really nice. It's really nice.
Funkadelic.
I forgot what you asked, but I'm just going to go on and say you can go to stitchfix.com/valley and tell them your sizes, what styles you like, and how much you want to spend on each item. And then you'll be paired with your very own personal stylist who will hand-pick items to send right to your door.
True.
You don't have to go nowhere. Then you try them on.
You guys are cultivating an audience that never leaves
Oh,
their home.
we sometimes will have literally.
I'm so enamored.
I know,
by
we
all
really are right now.
Yeah.
It's like, get
You
your
want something
food,
else
get
that
your
you don't have to leave
clothes.
your house for?
Do not leave.
We're gonna have an accountant that gets delivered to your house and does your taxes for you.
Yeah,
already have that, yeah.
24-hour
Oh,
Friends is our
TurboTax,
next
yeah.
sponsor, so we'll get back to that in just a second. You can try them on, pay only for what you love, and return the rest. Shipping, exchanges, and returns are always free, ladies and gentlemen, and there's no subscription required. You can sign up to receive scheduled shipments or get your fix whenever you want. And Stitch Fix's styling fee is only $20, which is applied towards anything you keep from your shipment.
Yeah.
So get started now, guys, at
It's a
Stitch
great
Fix.
It really is a great deal.
Wow.
There's
That's
also
right.
stuff, I will say this, as a woman, because you always feel like you need to try things on. There's stuff that I would never pick, ever. And then you get it, you try it on, and you're like, dang.
They
you
knew what they were
Stitch-
doing.
Yeah, good job, stylist at Stitch Fix, because I had no idea I wanted this.
They know what
Well,
they're
hang
doing.
on. Lee, can we just back up really quick? So you said a word I had never heard before.
Oh,
Can
what
you-
was it?
Can you just spell it out? I think you said it was, you called yourself it?
A woman.
Okay, how do you spell that?
That is WHOA.
H-O-A.
M-A-N.
M-A-N.
Woman.
Who a man.
Woman.
And
So guys,
Stitch
get
Fix
started now. If you go to stitchfix.com/valley, that's stitchfix.com/valley, and you'll get an extra 25% off when you keep all items in your box. That's stitchfix.com/valley. Get started today.
Hi.
You can get started today.
You can get started today if you want.
Whenever you want.
I'm not going to stand in the way of that.
Never.
stitchfix.com/valley. Thank you so much, Stitch Fix.
I really love that sound. Oh, I love that sound.
Thank
you so much.
Thank
Me
you
too.
so much. What a beautiful time. Oh, we've done it. Where'd you go, Elliot
It's
Morgan?
just
You okay?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the volume was totally down on or if I was still like slightly hearing the song, and I started to go crazy. For
Oh,
a
wow.
minute.
Yeah,
Oh, my
I actually
goodness.
can hear it in my head right now. Like,
Really?
if I just
Yeah.
listen here,
That's
everyone
a-
close
that's a
your
memory.
eyes and open your ears. Yeah, I heard it. It's like a seashell.
It's barely there. It's barely there. No, if you keep your eyes closed, it's there a little bit.
But in that man's brain, he is like AC/DC
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. putting
He's
out
on
the
stage. Friggin' Madison Square Garden.
Fully ready.
All the lights are on him.
pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
I
He
love his
doesn't.
suspenders. He's like, well, Carol, I have to have my suspenders because I'm going to be pulling the Nickelodeon.
Honey, you're also wearing a belt.
I'm going to double it up. It's a double arm situation.
You know I have a bad back.
Oh. Well, do you want me to put the scroll in?
Is the Nickelodeon spelled the same way?
Exact
as
same way.
The TV?
This is what they
Weird.
went off
Okay.
of. I don't want to
I
like.
have no idea.
I hate
All right,
fun
let's
facts.
not spread misinformation.
you're
So
so
I'm gonna
sorry.
do some
So
I'm gonna do
sorry.
some verification here.
Yes, as an educational podcast, we have to make sure that we.
For children that
We
specifically
are-
watch Nickelodeon.
And
Yeah.
Okay,
stay
all right.
indoors.
Um,
Stay indoors and steal their
For the
parents' credit
crossover
cards.
of
You will.
us and Nickelodeon.
You
Okay,
will
so
watch your
here-
Rugrats. You
here
will
it
stay
is,
inside.
guys. Can we all just please for a moment?
Oh, I love this, Steve. Congratulations, Steve.
The Nickelodeon was the first type of indoor exhibition space dedicated to showing projected motion pictures.
That's totally different than what you said. Okay, cool.
100% different.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Cool.
But then why was the other
All
one
right.
called a Nickelodeon?
That
I'm
is a
so
great
glad
question.
you read because I was going to. You know how many people I was going to tell for the rest of my life
Oh,
that
wow.
Nickelodeon thing?
I was
I would have
gonna-
never forgotten.
Imagine all the
That
people
was-
listening to this.
That was going to be my opener in
Yeah.
every social gathering.
100%
It's like when you
different
thought
thing.
Peter Sarsgaard and Alexander
100%.
Skarsgård were related, and I
Uh-huh.
really,
Who?
I got Peter Sarsgaard and then Alexander Skarsgård. I really
Oh.
thought they were related for
Oh,
a
I
very
would've
long
thought so, yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's
But
a-
then you look it up and you're like, there's just no way.
Can I do my subject? 'Cause
Yes,
I know you're,
yes, please.
This
Go
is
ahead.
just because people have been asking me. And it's
Wow.
taken me some
a
time
little
to reflect.
request?
Yeah. People have been asking my opinion on the new Weezer album, which is self-titled,
I didn't know it'd
but
be a
it's
Weezer
known as
situation.
the Black Album because they're covered in oil. And so, if you
That's
guys are
why.
cool with it, I wanted to do a short track-by-track review of.
How
of
many
each.
tracks?
Is this a real thing?
No, not really.
Okay. I
Oh, thank God, I'm not incorrect.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Sorry.
really? Is
Yeah.
it- Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, but the network itself
We're
was
back.
named.
We're back. No, a Nickelodeon is an old-fashioned coin-operated machine that plays music. You can also call a Nickelodeon a jukebox.
yeah.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that
two
the
An
different
channel.
old-timey jukebox or player piano. So Nickelodeon is either based on that or the old Nickelodeon
We will never
movie
know for
theaters.
sure.
Oh, never know.
Right,
But
okay.
also, sorry, I think the idea of teaching a child their first sentence is, "Oh, thank God I'm not incorrect." Is
Yeah.
one of the
Oh, thank God I'm not incorrect.
Correct. Hey, wait, Elle, you can do a track by track, but I would only allow one word.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Can't knock the hustle. Fun. Zombie bastards. Cringy. High as a kite. Excellent. Living in LA. Terrible. Piece of cake. Okay. I'm just being honest. Silly. Too many thoughts in my head. Try hard. The prince who wanted everything. Boring. Byzantine. Best. California snow. Guilty pleasure. And that's all. That's my review. And
Wow,
all in
that
all,
was
it's very fun
beautifully
and a very
done.
silly album. And I
What
love
was
my boys.
Byzantine was best?
Byzantine. Yeah. I love it. They're like.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's Byzantine.
It's so good. It's wonderful. I'll play it for you right now. You know what? You're right.
No,
Are
I
we-
don't.
are you
we
guys
don't have
allowed
the-
to
No,
do it?
absolutely not. We are not allowed.
Not with sponsors, no.
Wait a minute. No, we're not allowed to do that. We can't do that.
Man, they
This
do
is
sound
Weezer's
great.
Byzantine.
Their sound changed a little.
Honestly,
It's-
Well, they're
Rivers
pivoting.
Cuomo is a
They've been around for like
genius.
40 years.
It's just a natural progression.
Ready? Listen again. Hold on, I know the words. Beers and tea.
Well, you can hear the influence. You can hear the Say It Ain't So influence in it. You
Yeah.
can hear the Blue Album.
You
can
really
hear
do hear
Pinkerton.
the Blue Album.
This
You
is
really
gross.
do.
Is that man alive?
I hope so. Oh, Huell Hauser?
No, the man.
The man playing this?
Yeah.
I
Rivers
hope
Cuomo?
so.
Yeah.
I hope
know.
so.
Because I really want that as royalty-free music.
I
I'm running out
know.
of some stuff for videos.
I know,
Yeah.
isn't it so good?
Yeah,
think you'd
Ugh.
I
have to-
love it.
Grace,
can
if you
I-
actually, if you would like a track list or a CD or a mixtape with like
Yeah.
different type of like contraptional like
Yes.
songs that are like wacky like that,
I just
trust me, I'm your guy.
I want to live my
Hey,
life like
how do
Benny
you feel
Hill
about
every
this?
day.
I think
it's
running through
great.
my
Yeah.
closet.
Yeah. It's a good way to wake up.
Yeah.
Just every horn you
I
could
love
possibly
it.
play at once.
Can you just tell everyone the title of that
Yeah,
video?
the title of the video is Hit It, Joe. And I'll give you 3 seconds to answer. Does Joe have a mustache? Yes, he does. Yes, he
Did
does.
Joe recently do cocaine?
Yes, he did. From judging from his appearance, yes. His behavior,
No.
yes.
Joe did not do cocaine. Joe does molasses.
He does molasses. I've
guy
got
snorts
chewing tobacco
molasses.
in my bottom lip. All right.
He's very
Oh
nimble.
God. I would just want to see some like wild drug fueled scene where like the camera's super close and following you on everything just to that music.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
A chase
Requiem for-
scene.
yeah,
That's very good.
Just switch out Requiem for a Dream music.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Oh my God.
It needs to happen. Yeah, you're gonna edit that now, aren't you?
I'm trying to think of other scenes, like when Marty plays Johnny Be Good in Back to the
Yeah.
Future, and the guy's like, "You listen for that new sound? Here it is." It's just diddly, 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 diddly.
No, just do it. Yeah, for Star is Born. when the
A Star is Born.
It's necessary.
Perfect.
Honk.
She should have been on stage the whole time.
Can you do it when everyone's running to the lifeboats in Titanic?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, when they cut to the band playing as the ship goes down.
The
Then
guy
it's just-
pulling on the.
Just a sweet old couple holding each other
The
in
piano's
bed.
like sliding down while he's playing it.
I like
sliding the other
if
way.
it cuts to the band, still have the violin and everything.
Yeah, yeah, and they're going real fast.
Yeah,
trying to keep up.
just band, yeah, or fiddle, yeah.
Honk.
All right.
Sorry.
Who's Grace? Do you have a topic?
Grace is just our guest.
You don't need to have a topic if
I
there's something
might
you
have
want
a
to talk
topic by
about.
the end of it, but if
Oh,
you have a
there
bunch,
she
go
is.
for it.
I don't have a
told her.
bunch. I just have one that like could take up the whole rest of this
yeah,
podcast.
go
Let's
He's
dive
doing
in.
it. He's doing it.
It's a
isn't
good
he?
one. I'm excited.
You
I
already know about it?
I thought
Yeah,
we
we
did
talked
this
about
a
it.
little bit last week. Did
No,
we
we
not?
tried to talk about it.
Uh-oh. This sounds
And
but I
heavy.
I've been-
stormed out.
I've been wanting to do this with Joe here, but I think it's just as good that Grace is here. I want to know your opinion on this, Grace.
Okay.
And I'm very excited about it. And I have very
Just burp
excuse me.
directly
I'm
in the
sorry.
mic.
Excuse me.
There's no one, not even gonna.
Excuse me. I did it off the
I want
mic.
to know your
I'm sorry.
Grace. And I want to know if you want.
All right. I'm just very excited.
Grace, I want to know your opinion.
Very dear to my heart.
You have my attention.
That one was my stomach. All right.
Okay, control those.
I am burning
These are
alive.
involuntary.
So hot.
Star Wars Land is opening
Okay.
at Disneyland
Mm-hmm.
on May 31st.
That's all the time we have here at the Valley Cat.
We have an official date of the opening of Star Wars Land. And here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
You Harry Potter kids got your Harry Potter
need to be
Land
rude about
way
it.
Whoa,
before
whoa,
Yeah,
the
whoa,
Star Wars
whoa.
kids got their Star Wars
Whoa.
Land.
We've
So
not- there's no
just
fucking fight
understand,
here.
there's no fight. Just understand that the excitement you felt, knowing that you would be able to walk into Hogwarts or walk through Diagon Alley,
Mm-hmm.
like imagine that excitement for Star Wars fans.
Yeah,
now.
why is it taking so long?
George Lucas.
I think
What a bitch.
I don't really know
Always.
why. I think there's a Bob Iger version of the Disney Corporation where he like. I mean, if you want to get into like
Yeah, dude.
some
let's-
political
that's-
stuff.
Yeah, let's dive
Yeah.
in.
Well, I think a lot of people are upset with how the parks have been handled in the past like 5 to 10 years. And
Lee, did you just burp?
No.
Oh,
I
okay,
did
it
it off the
sounded
side.
for a
I did it off
second.
the side,
Oh,
so we're
okay.
okay.
It seems like the direction of the parks, there's a lot of repurposed rides. There's a lot of like classic rides that got repurposed in the Magic
Yeah.
Kingdom and
Guardians of the Galaxy type of deal?
yeah,
Is that
Tower
I
of
heard
Terror.
the Matterhorn's going to be like a frozen one.
Oh, stop it.
Really?
No, it's not. It's not. And the Matterhorn will never be touched. It's
If
one
Lee
of
has anything to
Lee's-
do with it, Matterhorn is.
Yes, it is.
But no, there was a ride in Epcot at the World Showcase called Maelstrom in the Norway Pavilion, and it was like a
Oh yeah,
ride with trolls
yep,
and stuff.
I've
You remember
ridden
that?
Oh, yeah.
So that changed into like a Frozen ride, and so there's a lot of like out with the old and with the new type things going on, and people weren't really happy about that. And I think it's really one of those things that's like Universal is destroying with Harry Potter
Yes,
World
right.
in Florida and in Hollywood.
It's so smart to do.
So
It
it's
is
like,
so smart to
what's
do.
the Disney version of that?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Star Wars, you know, and then what's the next version of that? Marvel. Marvel's coming too, and so is
Oh, that's
Marvel was at
officially
Islands
announced?
of Adventure for a really long time.
Well,
That's
yeah,
pretty good.
It is
right.
officially there.
They had like the Spider-Man ride and things like that,
But
but
you're
like
talking about
Disney's
new-
gonna do like something
yeah.
like this with Star Wars Land, but with like a Marvel land.
Make their
It
whole
makes
land.
you wonder
Right.
if
Okay.
they like if a lot of this was. I mean, of course, so they could do like movies and stuff and make tons and millions of dollars. But it also makes you wonder if they were literally like, we have to get this so we can do it for the parks. Like
Yeah.
it makes you wonder if that was such a big part
Yeah.
of the like acquiring of that is to be like, what else do we have? Because again, the Disney films, it's like they can do certain areas, but it's like you can only do Ariel's Grotto how many times and all those other ones because they're all going to be childlike in that
Yeah,
sense.
it is. I don't know what the decision making thing is.
Well, it's
there.
also the
I don't know.
demographic is getting older and older, so it's kind of one of those things. Like there is an older demographic that obviously loves Disneyland and stuff, but to do the like, how do we get that one group that is like dedicated? That's a really great.
Yeah,
I mean,
and also,
I-
like if they're getting older, they're having kids that they would take to
Yes.
the park anyway.
Yeah.
So now it's
Yeah.
like something for them.
Yes.
And it sounds like they just let a bunch of press people into Galaxy's Edge, which
Is that what it's called?
what it's
that's the
called?
name of the land, the Galaxy's Edge.
What do you think about
It,
that?
I think it's rad. I mean, I was kind of not really sure what it
don't
even
they just call it
was
Star
or
Wars
why.
Land?
Yeah.
Well, the reason why they didn't call it Star Wars
Come
Land is
on.
because they really wanted to do something that was like immersive, kind of like the Harry Potter
Oh.
world stuff.
Okay.
So they wanted to make it like canonical, like in-world Star Wars
Can you
stuff.
what's canonical?
Canonical is like when
I'm
something's
so proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good
Yeah, do you want me
Lord.
to spell it?
I would love for you to
So
spell
it's
it.
C.
Can you repeat that? I'm writing. Just gonna-
Hold on.
C.
Canonical.
So, but no, they wanted they wanted it to
Thank
be
you.
like an immersive experience, and if they were going to make it an immersive experience, they also didn't want to like piss off the hardcore fans that
Yeah,
are like,
so
"Hey, wait a
this
minute,
isn't- yes.
Darth Vader's dead already," and like all that stuff. So they decided to make this thing that was like far away in the same galaxy as Star Wars.
very smart.
There's this place, there's a
Oh.
planet,
very
and
smart.
they call it the Galaxy's Edge.
And it's just like this is what this world would be in the world
Yeah,
of
and
Star Wars.
even-
so it's not pulling things straight from
not
the movie.
necessarily. Well, so I'll get to that.
Okay.
There are things that are like definitely movie specific stuff.
I have a thought here too. Hang on. Galaxy's Edge, because the beginning statement is in a galaxy far,
Far, far away.
no,
So-
no, this
long, long
galaxy
time
is
ago.
closer than you think. Or no, a long time ago in a
Right,
galaxy
but like
far,
if
far
that's
away.
the first words of the movie, and like if you are traveling toward that galaxy that you're hearing about,
Yeah.
the first thing you would come across would be the Galaxy's Edge, and it would be the thing. It would be the most surface level thing before you get into the
right,
deeper-
right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a well constructed.
Yeah, but imagine that session. Remember the like galaxy,
know.
the middle of the galaxy.
Uh-huh.
No, Ryan.
Yeah.
This is why we're here.
crest?
Yeah, I'm sure that was probably.
I would
probably-
love it to be the ascent of the galaxy.
Simeon's crown is on my list.
Galaxy adjacent.
Oh,
Maybe
Just
Galaxy
one guy
adjacent.
is like, what about Ewoks?
Where do you walk
What about Ewok?
Get us more coffee. So people have been let into the land. Oh, to continue on about like kind of like what the place is.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like it takes place in the timeline of the Star Wars
Cool.
films between the last movie and this new one that's coming out. So it will perpetually exist between those two movies forever, basically. But
So does that mean there won't be appearances by Darth Vader or anything? Because Darth Vader is
probably
dead?
not. But here's what they did say about characters like Luke and Han and all those characters. They're saying that you'll be able to go to like shops, and this is part of like the immersive aspect of the land. You'll go to these like markets that don't look like Disney shops at all.
Oh, weird.
And you go to buy products that don't look like Disney products at all. They don't look like products from anywhere. And you'll see like a Luke Skywalker doll that's like made out of like wood and like has like wooden
that's
aspects to it.
cool.
And it's like, this is based off the legend of Luke Skywalker. That's like somehow, you know, some people don't even believe it in this part of the world, you know? So it's
that's
really
interesting.
cool.
But we're
Yeah.
never gonna get like a
It's-
Leia in her bikini
I mean, you would maybe get
crossing through
like
Toontown.
probably.
Just like clicking
They
on
never even
through.
had that when
First
they
of all,
brought
Lee,
Star
what I
Yeah.
do is called cosplay.
Okay.
and I take
Yeah,
it
I'm
very
sorry. I am sorry.
I thank you to respect
Yeah.
Elliot's
You-
profession.
It's
You look
my art.
beautiful.
But yeah, no, it's just gonna be this like really fucking cool new experience, and it's like people are describing it as the closest thing to like a Westworld
Yes,
Star Wars
I do
experience.
love that. Do you think? And hear me out, because I did cry as an adult woman when I walked into Harry Potter World. It was the music. It was the train
course. I
conductor.
mean, that's
the
the
train
thing.
went off, and I literally
felt like you
turned
were
into
there.
I like openly wept. And here's the crazier thing: is that like I started crying. Delman went, "Oh no, no, no," and I like turned to a 55-year-old woman that was also bawling her eyes out, and then I turned to an older man who was doing magic with his wand in the window. He was in his 70s. He literally was like,
Yeah, that's fun.
this world.
Yep.
That's very
what's
fun.
gonna
It
happen.
brings joy.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pure
it's
joy. I was on the toilet. You hear moaning Myrtle sounds because
So
that
cool.
doesn't
that
make
creeped
sense.
me out though.
But it makes sense. It
I
makes
had no
perfect
idea.
sense.
Well, I don't know anything about
So
Harry
that makes
Potter,
sense.
so
Yeah.
I went into the bathroom
She's
and there was like,
harmless.
I can hear you pee. It's like, what the fuck? I was like, what is
Dude,
this?
a guy walking into that world and having no idea what Harry Potter is a good.
I can see your
You're like,
I love that difference because I walked into there and I literally had a moment where it hit me and I was like, one woman brought this much joy to so many people,
That's
and I was
funny.
like bawling on the
Yeah,
toilet.
I was
But the
terrified.
reality is she's kind of a perv.
I felt like I was gonna be in one of those situations.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna have to report somebody.
Hi, there's a woman in there and she keeps telling me that she can see me pee and asking about my large snake.
Is there a camera? in
She's
here?
literally moaning.
You're reporting this
I
to
don't know
like
how
a
to describe her.
16-year-old?
But anyway, okay, so so other things really quick. They're gonna have like constant like people in character throughout the park.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about
And there's
it.
gonna be
But,
like
no, like
well, all the merchants and stuff will be like, you know,
Oh.
talking in like Star Wars speak and things like that. And then like if you ask them,
I just made a horrible noise into the microphone. I'd like to apologize to all of our listeners. I literally just went, I just did.
if you
I
ask
feel very uncomfortable.
if you ask
with
someone
that.
for like, where can I get a Coke? They'll be like, what is this? What is a Coke?
oh no,
And
it's
they'll
like
do, like,
dinner
this-
theater.
It's like this whole. Listen to
no,
me.
it's like that one friend
Listen to
that comes.
me.
Just listen. It's like that one friend that comes to Halloween, and every year he's Jack Sparrow, and he's in the full character of Jack Sparrow, and you're like, please, Ryan, just stop doing Jack Sparrow. And he's like,
Yeah.
hello, love.
Yeah, but
And you're
listen
like,
to
"We're
me.
all just
Listen
hanging
to me.
out."
I like medieval times a lot, but then when they're two in character and they're like,
Listen
no, you
to
can't
me,
have
though.
utensils. We don't know what those are. And I'm like, please, I need a fork.
Okay, but listen, Disney has not done us wrong with this type of thing before.
Yeah, okay.
Like
I
they
guess.
take
They're
they,
going to have a big casting process.
they probably will.
they're
I've
gonna-
been through that Disney casting process, as has Morgan over there. It's a journey.
Oh yeah.
It's a real weird journey.
I'm
It's
sure. I know
very-
that you're going in for someone that doesn't exist in the world. You're creating a character.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
While
though.
also just
Although-
selling actual wares. You're basically a Gap employee
Yes.
with a
Yes.
an acting choice.
Yes. But here's the
Which
thing.
is welcome to Los Angeles. That's perfect.
So they're
Yeah,
gonna
that
have
is
a lot
Los
of people to
Angeles.
choose from.
In the Harry Potter world thing though, that is one thing that I was laughing at is the guy who did the Ollivander's wand. I literally was like, oh, I know that guy from iOS. I know that guy
yeah.
from my improv
Yeah.
school. I was like, oh, that's what.
I
he's
mean, that's
doing.
just a residual
Okay.
effect of living in LA.
100%.
you know?
Yeah.
You're not
I-
a Hufflepuff. You're a groundling.
Yeah.
I know.
I was at Comic-Con and I was being led through this like event I had to do for like an Instagram promotion or something, and there was like it was a TV show for like, you know, the History Channel about aliens, and you went into this military tent and there were all these military people going like, have you ever seen an alien and things like that. And then and I'm like, I've seen one. And then so they led me over to this girl that was like a military secretary.
love it.
Where
And
was
I-
this?
At
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
Oh, I said.
And this girl was like, I just got done making like a pilot for something with her for like in the mountains for like days.
Oh, no.
And I was like, hey, and she was like, sir, what is your military, what is your back?
no.
And I was like, okay, here we go. I've seen aliens before too.
Oh, I feel so bad for her.
It was-
No,
Yeah.
that insane thing where you're like, oh, okay, so commercials. Oh, it's been slow. It's been a slow year.
Yeah.
I got cut out of
Anyway,
one.
I have faith in Disney to be, obviously they're not going to be like fucking with you.
yes.
Did they announce any like the rides?
Yes, so
Okay.
there are 2 rides.
Way to keep it going, Grace.
Well, I'm just genuinely
No,
curious.
congratulations.
Yes, there's 2 rides. One of them is called the Millennium Falcon Run or something, and then the other one is called Rise of the Resistance. And what is known about both rides is
I can't believe I'm going to ride the Millennium Falcon.
I know the Millennium Falcon.
I got so excited.
So that's like one of the first things you see. So like when you enter Galaxy's Edge, according to people who have already gotten a tour of it, and it's still in its construction phases, the first thing you see when you enter is like the Millennium Falcon is full-sized, parked.
Oh, that is
Whoa.
so.
And it's like the Star Wars music will be playing. John Williams
Oh, you're
wrote
gonna cry.
new
Yeah,
he's
music.
gonna
cry.
It's
I'm
gonna be
positive
like
of it.
It's gonna be an out of body
I
experience.
think like
It really
a day
will
later
be.
we're gonna
Yeah.
be eating granola bars.
I mean, I'm telling
Go
you,
to Costco after this immediately.
even as like a fan who's a little jaded about the Star Wars franchise, and like I love the new movies, and like Solo is just okay, and like all the there's all this stuff where they're just kind of like inundating us with Star Wars. Like even it just like made me feel like a kid again to like read all of these things about this place.
Dude,
and
the
it's
drinks, the alcohol drinks.
There's gonna be a cantina where they
I'm-
serve booze. It's
I'm
the
gonna
first
be
time in
in-
Disneyland.
heaven.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, and then the drinks are like unique to the galaxy. And
Yeah, and
they're,
there's like an
blue, and there's, like-
animatronic like creature that's
Bartender?
like serving you and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
I love it.
yeah,
And,
it's gonna
um,
be a
I'll
good
be
time.
there.
There's gonna be like a barter system. You could go into the gift shops
That's
and
what I
say,
was gonna ask about when you said there's gonna be all these unique trinkets. I was like, are they gonna accept
Yeah.
American dollars?
Yeah,
Or is
well-
it gonna be like, here's a fidget spinner?
I think I think
Just make trash.
I have these leaves.
It's like going to the Buffalo Exchange with all your old clothes.
You're gonna be able to like haggle prices of things and be like, I just heard that guy spent $5 on that thing. I'm only
Oh,
gonna spend
man.
$5.
Well, okay, that sounds cool in theory. I feel like
That's
in
a
practice, that's gonna
nightmare.
cause some heated moments with
I mean,
some
maybe.
hot, overtired
Maybe.
children and parents.
Yes.
But
I
anyway,
don't know
okay.
how much the
So-
bubble blaster is, honey.
Okay.
Oh,
Give them
God.
my shoes. I don't know.
So the 2 rides, the Millennium Falcon ride is a motion simulator where you and 6 people control the Millennium Falcon. So you go into your individual cockpits with like a group of 6, I think.
Oh, that's fun. You do like a beat.
It's just you and a team, yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
2 people one person's the pilot, 2 people are blasters, another person's like an engineer, and then
that's
someone else
cute.
is like,
I like that.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
oh, it's, I mean, the people that were describing it said it's like picture perfect accuracy of
Yeah.
the Millennium Falcon. It's
Whoa.
like you're inside like the actual
I'm like,
Millennium Falcon.
what I'm
it's like really
honestly
cool.
most worried about, and this is the truth, is that like becoming emotionally attached to like BB-8. Like that's what I'm honestly.
I
I'm
know.
honestly worried
I don't
about. Like
know why that thing makes me feel maternal.
maternal. I want to
know
take care
why.
of
It's
it.
just so cute.
I want
I
to
just wanna
tuck him in at night. I want to be like, "Did you eat today, BB-8?
Yeah, how do you eat?
How do you eat?
I have a granola bar
I
in my
have a
purse.
I eat for you. I love him so much.
So yeah, so that ride's gonna be rad, and I can't wait for that. But the Rise of the Resistance ride is like mind-blowing shit. It's like
Is it like an actual roller coaster?
no, it's a dark ride, which is what Disney calls the rides that like go indoors
Yes,
that
yeah,
are
yeah,
like
yeah,
fully
yeah.
immersed in
Oh.
an enclosed building.
Like,
Like,
Star
uh,
Tours.
I don't know
kind
if I
of
could do
right?
that.
No,
Or
Star Tours is a flight simulator. I'd say dark ride would be more like Indiana Jones. That's a dark ride.
What about
And
Rock and Roller Coaster? Or
That's
something?
not a dark ride. No.
Okay. 'Cause
Dark
a dark
ride.
ride's like when
Dark ride
you're in
involves
like
like animatronics
It also
and like a
involves
little
like
car.
the
Like Pirates of the
Oh.
Caribbean.
Pirates of
Yeah,
the Caribbean is
yeah.
a dark ride. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
So
cool.
so it's the first ever trackless ride at Disneyland. So it's just like a free roaming like car. And this is how
Roaming
Do
in
you
what?
drive it yourself?
this is how it's described. Okay, so I'm very excited about this. You go to in line for the ride, and then this pre-show thing happens, and then you get into a shuttle, and then you are taken up to space, and while you're in space, you're captured by the First Order, and you get into a Star Destroyer. So when you get out of the shuttle, you're suddenly in this like massive inside of a spaceship.
Whoa.
Like there's a massive screen with space outside. There's full-size spaceships all around you. There's stormtroopers running
Whoa.
through, and like there's like tons.
I'm so excited.
It's insane. So then you get on your little ride car with like a droid on the front of it, and it basically takes you through a Star Destroyer like you're trying to escape. So it's like twists and turns and fast
that's
things.
awesome.
And there's an animatronic of Kylo Ren that'll like do force shit at you. And then there's like holograms and like crazy animatronics. And then at the end of the ride, apparently you go
There's
into
just a sign that says, "You're never gonna be happier." And right
You'll
now,
never be happier.
you've peaked.
Remember this.
Reportedly, what happens is you go into an escape pod, narrowly escaping the exploding ship you're in, and then there's like a massive drop that makes you feel like you've been shot out of an escape pod of a spaceship, and then you land back at Disneyland, and then you come out and you're like back on land, and there's like a whole.
When is this going to be? Like 2024?
No, this opens this year.
But not that
can't
ride, right?
remember.
So the first ride is the Millennium Falcon ride. That will be open on May 31st, and then like in August, they're thinking is when that big crazy ride is open.
For sure, a part of me wishes you hadn't said anything about the Resistance.
Well,
the
that seems
Millennium
like-
Falcon ones, but I feel like I know too much a little bit.
The
Yeah.
Resistance one seems like they just added every ride they've already made
Yes.
into one
They were
ride.
like,
Yeah.
what, how can we do that drop in
Yeah.
that? How can we do that?
And it's
this?
like motion simulator stuff, and there's like full size like AT-AT things that are shooting lasers at you, and they're saying that like the laser technology in the ride is like mind blowing. It looks like real Star Wars lasers are like going past your
well,
face.
even
and
like
stuff.
in Universal, they do the like Transformers one where it's very small, and so they have to kind of do like a weird manipulation of it.
Yeah.
But they'll do like the flame throwing, like an actual flame that's like 4 feet
Yeah.
above your
Yeah,
head, and
yeah.
you're like, Jesus, like it's very intense,
Yeah,
and
they're
that's
so,
like
it's so
That's
good.
like
really
the
good.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids ride.
Yes!
They had the mice that run over your feet.
And you
scared
can
the
feel
crap
it.
out of
That's
me.
terrifying. Yeah,
I
they had
hate
the
it.
aliens
And then
aliens
he
too.
sneezes and they
The
pour water on
grass?
you.
No, aliens. The is that what it is?
I've never
The
gone on that one.
You're talking about
That's
an
too
alien
scary.
encounter?
Alien encounter.
Too
yeah.
scary.
Did you actually go on that?
As a kid, I
'Cause
I
it went
did,
away.
Yeah, it went,
And-
now it's Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that's gone too.
Oh, really?
Is that? I never knew that. That's just what they did.
Flash
they
in
just
the pan.
recycle
Yeah.
rides.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
had no idea.
They did it with
There's gotta be ones that just stay, that they're just like, we
yeah,
cannot.
the one I mean
What's like
Matterhorn
the longest running one? I mean, it's gotta be like
at
Matterhorn.
Disneyland. I'd say it's probably
World.
like Matterhorn, Small World,
What's the space one?
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain came out in the 70s.
Space
Okay.
Mountain, I'm not kidding, herniated like 7 discs.
Space Mountain?
Yeah,
Right
no,
now.
it's a
That
liability.
literally was one where me and my mom came out, and I was like, I'm dead. I'm
Yeah.
dying. And
It's-
it's just like, gah, gah, gah,
Scary
gah,
ride.
gah, gah. Oh, good Lord. Like bruising. Like full bruising.
Anyway, I'm so excited about this fucking place.
it.
I cannot wait. I'm
I'm excited, man.
I've been like
I can't-
hitting up
I-
all of my like Disney contacts. I'm like,
Yeah.
please,
They're
let
just
me-
going to be like, you're the
uh,
crazy man that
Yeah, how do
wants
you
to
get
come
in?
here.
Is it just like
I
a
mean,
free for all?
it's gonna be insane.
gonna be a
Apparently,
nightmare.
the
Can
way
you like sign up now?
the way they describe
Steve,
it,
here's what you're going to want to do, and I'm going to be honest with you. You need, I have a few friends that are Disney cast members, because there will be a soft open. There
Of
will
course.
be
Oh,
a
yeah.
And a
soft
press
open
event
of it.
and stuff,
We
yeah.
accidentally got into the soft open of the Harry Potter thing
Yeah, I
because
remember that.
Delman's friend literally texted him and was like, today and tomorrow come because it's open and no one knows about it.
I think you guys can,
think
you know,
we have to do
crowdsource
that.
this too.
Guys, focus. We
Just
have
saying.
to
Trying to
say,
start a movement over there, Grace.
get us
Yeah.
in,
Just
get us in,
saying, you
get
have
the
a
Valley
very-
folk into Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Dear George Locus.
Dear George Lopez,
Dear Jar Jar.
Lopez. Dear
what kind of pull do you have at Disney?
We know you're listening.
Yeah, we know you're listening. He loves this show.
He loves it.
All right. Well,
love
anyway,
it. That was beautiful.
We've gone well over an hour
I feel
here,
great.
and
Thank you
it's
very
I'm
much.
roasting
Grace,
in this
thank you
hot
for coming.
Thank you for having me. I
Oh.
learned a lot.
Did you?
Honestly,
Did you learn about
So
California's
good.
Gold and Hugh
I learned
Lauser?
about Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
A lot of
Yeah.
I
Nickelodeon.
learned
Star
there's
Wars.
a whole world out there on the internet that's
This
actually
feels
good
good.
and pure and happy.
I know.
Who knew?
I
Yeah.
know.
You guys can listen to Elliot and Joe on Not Too Deep, correct?
Yeah, in the
future?
probably like a couple months.
Oh, there we go.
Shoot, yeah, we're
There
not
she
as
is.
efficient.
Grace, like, well, you also like schedule your podcast, like,
And we're just
Yeah.
like, can you be here now?
yeah.
What about in half
Can
an
you
hour?
drop everything right now?
Hi.
If half an hour doesn't work, what about tomorrow or the next day?
If half an hour doesn't work, what about never for sure?
Everyone, Grace is in the area. Come here now.
All right.
I love it.
Thank you, Grace.
We love you guys. Thank you for
Guys.
listening. Check out Grace on all the things that
All
Grace
things.
is on, the social things. Grace Helbig.
Where can they check you out at?
At Grace Helbig across all social media platforms.
Yay. All right, we love you, Grace. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Come back all the time, please.
We got you this meal.
Thank you.